So relaxed. Are you relaxed right now?
Oh, you relax.
Sure.
You're great.
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 Nigel, you're great. Nigel lost it.
Yes.
Nigel, you're pretty great.
Aw, thank you guys.
Yeah. You guys, it was just me that said it. Monica didn't say it.
Sorry. Hey, Nigel, you're great.
Sure.
So I gotta fucking believe you now.
Oh, my gosh. Welcome to the Hug Life Podcast. I'm Monica Nevy.
And I'm Mike Coletta.
This is our podcast.
It's really funny.
We have a really good introduction. We do a really good job here. It's really in ship shape.
Yeah.
You can
So,
hold the mic.
welcome to the podcast. Let's plug our shows first, as always. This weekend, I will be at the Parlor in Seattle. No, not in Seattle, in Bellevue. I'm so sorry.
God, no, they're gonna go to the wrong place.
Parlor, Bellevue, from Thursday the 16th to Saturday the 18th. I will be hosting for Hal Sparks. He's very funny, and it's going to be a fun time. So you should come out and hug me. I'll be so alone. Anyway, Monica, where are you going to be?
I will be hosting at the Tacoma Comedy Club all weekend
Oh.
for Andrew Schultz, I think.
Oh.
Let me look.
You should
But
hug
yes.
Monica, too. I mean, but only if she wants you to.
Yeah.
I want you to hug me even if I look like I don't want to, I don't want it.
So weird. Is that weird, like a rape fantasy kind of thing? Even if Andrew Schultz. Anyways.
Is that like a rape fantasy? Hitting it strong.
Even if I look like I don't want it.
Even if it's strong with a rape fantasy right off the front.
Sorry,
here.
yeah.
Hug
Starting
Life
to hear on the
Studios.
Positive Podcast, rape fantasy.
Oh, Nigel, where are you going to be?
On July 23rd, I will be closing out the Couth Buzzard open mic.
That's a fun
There you go.
mic. It's like in a prison
I've done
library.
that.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's
and
fun.
then on the
That's
6th
fun. That's your selling point.
of August, I will be at the Central Comedy Show.
Oh, you know who
So-
else is at that show, I think?
I have no idea.
Yours truly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're all on
Yeah,
that together.
there you go.
August 6th, the Central Comedy
You're
Show.
great.
What a
Perfect.
fantastic time.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good
Hug
time.
life.
It's really good when
It's
you
the-
tell somebody you're on a show and then you find out that all of you were on that show. That's,
No, it's
I was
exactly.
always
nice
wondering what
show.
the lineup was, and then I was like, oh, I guess
I
it's...
think it's the three of us and then Courtney Shane Williams.
Yeah.
And then I think Anna Casilla. I know way too much about that show for how far away it is. I didn't realize
Yeah.
it. I know a lot
Yeah.
about
Oh, is that how you
That's a
pronounce
lot
her
of
last name?
people.
Sela?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe so. At least that's what I've heard people say. Do you ever do... I
heard
go off
her
of what
say it
people
last
say.
night, so-
And then when they say it wrong, then I just say it wrong too.
Well, there's like a
What I
CH
just
in there
said.
or something, and I was like, it's chili or something?
Yeah.
I
so
don't
you
know.
were listening to
Chilla.
last night when she said her last name?
Yeah.
See, I just winged it. I mean, I am a maverick, so that's how I roll.
Wanged it.
I'm a wang dick? You're a wang Rick.
No, I said wanged it.
Some dude named Rick has his dick out all the time. Wang Rick?
Dick out Rick.
Dick out Rick.
Oh, here
Oh,
comes
my
Dick
gosh.
out Rick.
Old Dick Out Rick here. I just closed that. Why did I close it? Don't forget to rate and review and subscribe to us on iTunes. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to me. I don't cry at night. Also, we're on Stitcher, and then we're also on Racketeer Radio every Thursday
Yeah,
at 7
Thursday,
p.m.
7 p.m. You can listen.
You might be
to
listening to
this.
this right now on Racketeer Radio. That's
Cool.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this
Good
is just for the Racketeer Radio people.
You're great.
You're great. Our guest today is Nigel Larson.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you doing, Nigel?
I'm doing pretty good.
I feel good about this because I feel like we kind of started around the same time. Well, you moved here,
Yeah.
and then I started at the same time.
Yeah.
And you were one of those people that we were super tight buddies, and I'm glad you're on the podcast. Super tight
Aw,
buddies
thank
sounds
you,
weird.
guys.
Super tight buddies.
Super
Yeah.
tight buds. Touching buttholes. What's up?
Super tight butts. Touching buttholes?
Touching buttholes?
Whoa.
What?
I just got a weird visual.
weird
And
visual?
it just seems like a lot of work.
That
you know?
does.
Like some sort of
Touching butt.
reverse centipede.
It's like, okay, we're both
I feel
gonna
like
have to-
everybody lives in this one. It's kind of weird.
It's like docking a space capsule. It's really complex. I'm in an excited mood because of that whole New Horizons Pluto thing. I'm getting really excited about science, which is how I can tell I'm getting older.
Oh, I thought it was a movie.
New
Yeah, I
Horizons?
thought it
It
was
sounds
a
like a
movie,
movie.
too. It does.
You guys
Yeah.
know about that, though? The spacecraft that's going to go by Pluto, and we're
Sounds
going to
like
get
a
real
rehab
pictures of
center.
Pluto.
Yeah.
They don't know what Pluto looks like until like 3 days from now when they come back here.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's how the Mutant Chronicle started.
We're all
I'm
going to
excited.
die. Great. So-
Hug Life Positive Podcast. We're all going to die. Coming at you. Nigel, so you've been doing comedy for how long?
7.5, almost
7.5
8 years now.
And you're from Rochester, New York?
Yeah, I sure am.
I put Buffalo down, and I'm like, that's not right. It's Rochester. I know my friend
Sometimes
Nigel.
I tell
I know.
people Buffalo because of the Bills. They just know where that is. 'Cause if I say-
Geographically, how is that? Rochester to
it's
Buffalo?
like 60 miles east of Buffalo, and then if you go another 70 miles, you're in Syracuse. So it's
wow.
like we have two
Big
famous sports teams on either side of us. All we have
It's
is
in the middle.
Kodak. I mean,
camera
who's ever
company?
heard of them?
The camera company?
Yeah, George Eastman's from Rochester.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it camera shit everywhere in that town?
No, it's all
just
they went out of
paparazzi.
business
You know what's
or
exciting
something.
about you mentioning camera stuff is that's going to be a related thing to the podcast later.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, every week we do a spin and try to make something positive. And the spin
Positive
this week
spin.
is related to photographs. I'm just going to give you little subtle clues until we hit it. How does that make you feel right now, Nigel?
Patient.
I was really looking for antsy
This
or
is,
soups totes excited, but
It's like a
that's fine.
meditation challenge. Don't get mad.
Don't get mad. Oh, we did Battle of the Sexes. That's a fun thing we did this weekend.
Oh,
Is
that
it?
was
No.
And we had a
show.
sex battle. Have you done that?
yeah. No, I did it.
Battle of Sex, yeah.
6 months ago. Or
You did it.
8.
It's
Something
a good
like that.
time.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's kind of fun flexing your writing muscles and like you're not really used to doing. I
Yeah.
got to do that Tinder date thing. That was fun and realize how bad I am at drawing.
This was a new one. They did like a dating profile and they got to draw pictures of each other, which was great.
And they would scan it and put it up behind
yeah.
on the big projector
so it was
screen.
just like Mike, and it like slowly rolls down, and then all of a sudden just his dick is out. Like,
It was really funny.
it was great.
Like porn from '94.
Yeah. The kind you had to draw.
It's like the dial up, like slowly. Yeah.
Did you ever do that as a kid? You'd try to draw naked people?
Oh yeah.
I was so
I
bad
saw
at it.
that movie Coming to America with Eddie Murphy.
really?
And then I got tracing paper and paused the movie in the bath scene, and I traced
Wow.
the ladies. And then I think my mom found the pictures at some point, because I just heard her cackling
such a great-
hysterically from across the house.
Were they good?
No,
Yeah,
I mean, you're
just
trying to
shitty.
trace off a television. It's pretty slippery.
trace-
So
You're just tracing
That's
boomers.
naked ladies. They're always slippery.
Is that did you trace a scene where she gets out of the water and goes, "The royal penis is clean, Your Highness"?
yeah,
Is it
something like
scene?
that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I really
remember.
wasn't paying attention to the
Dude.
dialogue.
I had certain VHS tapes with nude scenes on them, and they were always on those nudie scenes. Like my parents had to know. Like the Titanic, it was a 2-part VHS, and the
In the
second
car?
VHS had the "Draw Me Like One of the French Girls" scenes in
Oh.
it, and that was always on there.
First one
See,
was in the car.
my trick.
The first time was in the car when they put the hand up
Handle
against the window.
glass. One of my favorite scenes of all time.
Yeah. What was what were you saying?
Oh, I used to go to Blockbuster and get the anime.
Oh,
And then I would like put my thumb over the "not for kids" sticker that they would put on those videos, and then be like, "Yeah, I want cartoons, Mom."
you get just tentacle porn.
No, well, I didn't have tentacle porn, but they had like the crying man and whatnot. And
What's the crying man?
it was like some assassin
You seem like
who
really interested.
he was like brainwashed by the Yakuza to kill people, and the only thing he has left is that he cries for his victims, but he still has to murder them or something like that. I don't know. It's
There's
from
a lot of
Japan.
banging in it.
At least in the first one.
It really gets you riled
And then
up, though.
my friend almost outed me. He was in front of my parents. He's like, "They let you get those things," and I was like, "Ah, God, ah, da, da."
Like, I will kill you.
Let's have a
Don't say
private
anything.
conversation."
Private. Get over here, Timmy. Was his name Timmy?
No,
What was his name?
I don't even remember.
What
What was his full name?
Bobby.
Bobby?
Ledoux.
Bobby Flay?
That was
Bobby
my
Ledoux.
second guess.
Bobby Ledoux, is that a bad guy from True Detective?
It
it sound
actually
like
does sound kind of.
Kinda.
I've never even seen that show.
The first, it was in Louisiana. And I saw that, like Ledoux was like the bad
Yeah.
guy or something like
Maybe.
that. Dude, maybe your guy is like into
Defoe.
like
Carcosa.
Carcosa. Don't spoilers.
Sorry.
We can't. I like how we just whisper the bad guy's name like people know it. I mean, Carcosa.
That's how they do
So
it in
anyway,
the show, too. They whisper it like
They
that.
do it.
Yeah.
Carcosa.
A lot of
Nigel.
incest. Banging
There is a
sisters
lot
in
of
that one.
sister
That
banging
was
in that
so
season.
fucking weird. Anyways, we don't need
You
to
haven't
talk
seen it yet. I don't want to spoil the sister banging from you. Plus, this way
It'll
if you
be
try to-
just as creepy
You might
if
try to
we
go
tell
back
you
in time
first.
and rent it at a movie store.
Yeah.
Hold your thumb over the not for a doll.
Scarecrow's still open.
Scarecrow is still open.
I like that place.
I've never
Yeah.
been.
We
I
should
feel
go.
like all the comedians I don't see anymore work there.
Yeah. No, they all did for a while.
Observation.
It's true. That's why.
Wait. Okay. So you grew up in Rochester. Was you? What were you like in high school? Were you like a comedian guy, a funny guy?
No,
Were you a bang out guy? Were you banging it out?
You quiet guy?
Are you a quiet guy?
I was a quiet guy. I
Quiet
had
bang
a
out guy?
6-inch long mohawk.
Did you read?
I didn't know where you were going with that.
I had a
thought you
6-inch
said you-
long mohawk.
It's like, I thought you said you weren't a bang out guy. What's happening?
Well, it rhymes. Anyway, it's. I was kind of a punker, and I drummed in a metal band.
So you were way cooler than you are now.
Yeah, actually. I actually like believed in stuff and like stuck with those beliefs. I was like, no drugs forever, and now I'm like, I can't get through my day without coffee.
Yeah, everyone loves stimulants. That's the legal drug, the fun drug.
Yeah,
dude. I didn't. Although now that I think about it, when we kind of met earlier, when we were like, I want to say when we were young because it was only like 4 or 5 years ago. But when we met, like, I feel like you still had a little punk flair.
Yeah, I
do
definitely
from-
still had a lot of that. I mean,
I should mention right now that Nigel's just wearing a fishnet shirt right now. Were you never that? Did you ever wear fishnet stuff? That always.
I did
me
for
out.
Halloween. I was trying to be Jimmy Urine from Mindless Self-Indulgence.
Oh.
And so I wore a fishnet shirt and butterfly wings and like pink pants.
Did your nipples poke through the fishnet shirt?
They kind of mushed into it. I was pretty fat at the time.
It's the worst verb to use with nipples.
Mush.
I mushed them through the fishnet. They were the dolphins.
Couldn't even get him hard
got
enough to like poke it through there. He mushed him right
You
in.
killed
Yeah.
those dolphin nipples?
Yes.
Every year, Nigel Larson kills hundreds of dolphin nipples in his fishnet shirt. Only on Halloween. Monica, did you ever... You were a sporty person always. Did you dress up like your favorite sports stars in Halloween?
I was a basketball player a million times for Halloween.
That seems really
Not
lazy.
a huge, I wouldn't,
Not a big
real
dress up?
person. I was a
not
golfer
either.
1 year, but I also golfed in high school. So
You just pick things that you do and you just dressed up like, I'm wearing this
I was
different
like, oh,
outfit
you're a
for
golfer.
different
I'm like, I just
situation.
came from golfing, actually.
I did
was an
the
asshole.
Fiend for a couple of years from the Misfits.
Oh.
I'd paint my face in the
Black.
skull.
Or the
and
white
then
skull.
I had the devil lock all the way down past my chin.
Whoa,
Dude.
creepy.
So are you like kissing girls and stuff then too?
I had a
undo it?
girlfriend all through high school. We were kind of on
Really?
and off. She was dating one of my best friends / bandmates, and then I just kind of put an end to that.
Whoa.
I got a 6-inch
Nigel.
mohawk.
Hey, girl, you like mohawks when they rub up against your face while we kiss? I don't know how kissing works.
Oh, you don't think you know how
Or where mohawks are located
What?
on your face. I mean, I did do the
swoop
the
forward?
one where it would come down
Whoa.
a little bit. I think I have that picture
You
on
do?
Facebook
Because you
somewhere.
should
That
send me
should
that
be our
picture, and then
picture.
that'll be the picture of you on the podcast. It's like a high school. And then people will be like, why are they interviewing this high schooler right now?
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend
It's a
also
high
had a
school
mohawk
drummer.
at the time.
Really?
They were
Did they
badasses.
run into each other when you kissed?
Or other times.
It's like unicorns fighting.
Hey, does a mohawk get in your way if you're going down on someone? That is
I
the
was
thought
saying-
I
I was
just
thinking
had.
about that,
Would it
yeah.
like tickle their belly
When you were
button or
blowing
something?
dudes, did you know?
No, but it
Just, like,
got in the
stab
way
you
when
in
I was
the
trying to blow
stomach.
myself. So
You get that rib removed. That was like the mystery rumor, like a kid rumor that Marilyn Manson got his rib removed so he could suck his own wang. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
or
I
you could
do.
just be flexible.
And
That's one of my
it has
favorite
boobs, too.
SNL sketches is when Will Ferrell is in the yoga class and he learns how to suck his own dick and he does it and everyone else is like, can you teach us? And then the whole point of the sketch is just like years go by and they're all sucking their own dicks or going down on themselves and they all just die. Like that's the fucking sketch. It was amazing.
I mean, you need more than protein in your diet. But
Oh my god.
also not worth it. You're just going to throw your neck out. And then you can't look at people in the eye for like a week. So
Nigel knows.
I actually do know. It's, like I said, not worth it.
We're learning so much about you. I'm always interested to hear like how people that do comedy, like what they did in high school, or like because as not a lot of people answer like I was the funny guy. You notice that?
Right? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
never like I was the class clown and I just kept it going and blah.
But Arnold though was a class clown. Obviously.
Football head. I'm mixing my Arnolds. But okay, you grew up. You came here. Why did you come to Seattle? What made you choose Seattle?
All my family's from out here.
Oh yeah.
All my dad grew up in Tacoma, in my grandparents' house that I ended up living in, and my mom was in a military family, so they were all over the country. But she went to high school in Oak Harbor,
Really?
and then they met at
Oh.
UW when my dad was a teaching assistant because he was working on his doctorate in chemistry, and she was taking chemistry, and she wanted better grades or something.
He was banging the students. I see what happened.
Well, he was actually married at the time.
Whoa,
This is a
dude.
great-
And then
Nigel, this is
my
better than a
dad
soap opera.
proposed to my mom in 6 weeks, and she said yes. And they've been married for 35 years. So,
Dude,
Dude,
that is
that's
the
the
most
type of
beautiful love
shit that
story I've
works,
ever
man.
heard. That's like more tearful than a Notebook. That's beautiful. It's like some Love Actually shit.
yeah.
Love actually is all around.
It's chemistry.
That's cool though. So what made them move to Rochester then? I guess.
Well, they
That's an
moved
interesting
to
move.
Chicago, and then I was born in Delaware.
Delaware.
And then we lived outside of Philly, and then we moved to Rochester right around the time I was 5 or 6.
Oh, so you mostly knew Rochester though?
Yeah.
That was like your hometown. Because I moved away from Fairbanks when I was 5 and moved to Eagle River, and I don't remember Fairbanks barely. Like I have fuzzy memories of it.
I have some memories from when I was like 2 and 3, but that's like a crazy thing that runs in my my family. Like my grandfather could remember stuff when he was 4 or 5, and he was like 97. So
Wow.
he knew what the weather was like. Anytime he would tell a story, he almost knew the month and the weather and obviously the year.
So you
But,
you just have this memory superpower, and you're just
Yeah, no,
you just live among us.
I do it as part of my act a little bit, but even though he was completely blind, he would know what intersection we were at by
I
how many
saw that. Yeah.
Really?
right and left turns we took.
His grandfather was Daredevil. That's
Yeah.
the joke. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
that's,
spoiled it. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
But like his
Wow.
friend had Alzheimer's, and he couldn't remember how to get anywhere. And my grandfather couldn't see, so he couldn't drive, but he remembered all of the turns and all the street names and everything. And so together they were one competent driver. And he'd be like, yeah, and then he'd take me home, and I don't know how he ever got back to his house.
That's really funny. That's great. So you moved here, and I remember you doing comedy. You were living with your grandparents, and then that's when we met. Is doing the Tacoma Comedy Underground.
Yeah.
When we'd host and stuff, and then you this is the thing is after that couple years, you were gone a lot. You were, you were
yeah.
on the road a lot. Do you still do that, or you're back now, right?
I've
pretty
been
much
back a lot this year and last year, just because I had done it way too much. Like in 2012, I made I was doing comedy every week. I was getting paid to do comedy 50 weeks straight.
Wow.
And
Oh, just bragging over here.
well, it got just
I'm employed.
Where were you sleeping?
at my grandparents. And
You would go and come back?
yeah, I would go out for the weekend, and then I would come back and stay there for a couple of days, and then I would go out and do like a one-nighter in the middle
Would
of the
you
week.
run full multiple weeks at a time though, or no?
Maybe like 2 weeks. I think I did the Spokane Comedy Club, and then I mushed it into a triple run.
Mushin'
Really
and stuff
mushing.
again.
I know,
Really
it's-
mushing.
I don't know
The name of
why.
this
Really
podcast
mushy
is
pun.
Mushin'. That's the name of this one. Is that 2 O's?
I always
Or
wanted
I
to
think
say
it's
it's a you.
I think it's a U.
Because if you say you, that's mushing, and that's like in sled dogs. They're like mush.
Wow, we
mush.
can't
Maybe
do
it's
it
2
then.
U's. I don't know if that you can even do that in English.
Whoosh. We all don't know how to spell or speak grammar. Speak grammar?
grammar.
Speaking grammar.
I don't know you.
Well, you proved your
grammar.
point.
Yeah, I did. So yeah, because I remember there was a point where you were in this, you were on the road, and then I saw you at the Underground one night, and you had dyed your hair jet black, and you were trying to do corporate more stuff or something like that.
Maybe.
Maybe?
That sounds like
That sounds
both
like
of those
something
things
That sounds
happened. I don't know
like
if they happened at the same time.
And that was and I saw you, and I'm like, hey, it's Nigel, and then I didn't see you for another year. I
Yeah.
remember you were always the guy that was he's working, you're a working
Yeah.
comic guy.
Well, I mean, some of why I kind of stepped back from doing so much was just that, when you're new at any place, you're trying to do your best stuff. And so I was just doing the same half hour pretty much every day. And I didn't have any time to work out new stuff at open mics. And I wasn't at a place where I could just slip it into the middle of my half hour.
Yeah.
And so I just got super burnt out in 2012 at a point where I was like, I hate this. I hate doing comedy.
Oh man.
Well, I guess there's nothing left for me because it's not like I want a real job now.
Yeah. That's what's funny about that is someone today actually asked me, like, so do you ever get sick of telling your own jokes? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, all
like
the time.
it's so common.
Yeah.
And if I like you were saying, if you don't do new stuff, it's just like bummer city. Pretty much.
And I kind of realized that I was literally only doing stand-up. I was on stage 7 nights a week. If I wasn't doing paid shows, I was doing like 9 open mics. And then, a weekend full of shows.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, I wasn't seeing movies. I wasn't hanging out with people. I was running out of... I had nothing to talk about because all I did was stand-up.
Right.
Yeah.
And so in, like, 2013, I got a job, and then I moved in with a girl, and that went terrible. And then I did that tour out to Missouri, and then I've really just been recovering from that for, like, a year. That was horrible. I mean, that was one of the worst.
What was bad about that? You went all the way to Missouri and back?
Yeah. I did Fargo, North Dakota with Alicia Wood, and then I picked up Puddin' in Bismarck.
Oh, I remember this. You had some weird shit happen to you.
Oh, my God.
You have to tell Monica. Monica, do you know?
I don't know.
Oh, tell Monica.
Well, we got to Missouri, which, 16 hours of driving through the middle of the night, and we get to the guy's place, and he's just the most racist. Just right off. Like, he's trying to be friendly in like the most racist kind of way. Like he's telling us all the Jew and black jokes he can think of, so that we feel comfortable being around. We're like, this is terrible.
This is what makes me feel comfortable.
He's like, oh, you're comedians. Let me just say the most horrible things I can think of.
Oh gosh.
I don't even think I can repeat any of the jokes. I don't think there were any jokes.
You don't have to. I feel like our audience can fill it in for themselves.
Right.
Yeah. No, you couldn't.
They come from a hateful place.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, and he was full of conspiracy theories and owned all kinds of guns and stuff like that.
The racist conspiracy theory combo's the worst. That's a terrible combo.
And he has guns.
And he has
He's
guns.
making plans in there.
Yeah.
He's what people in Europe think of America, probably.
Yeah, he's exact. I mean, he's just
His house is
super
now lined.
confident and arrogant, and he's just has that like really deep. How you doing?
He's like, I
I'm
got
TJ.
everything going right.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well, he
confidence.
showed us the bar, and he was like, "It's this old, beautiful, like early 1900s department store that's been converted into a bar." And he took us like down to the basement to show us, and it's like this cement floor basement. And he was like, "So, what do you guys think?" And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Fight Club. I'm going to start a fight club down here."
He's just
Like you're supposed to know that's what he's thinking.
Yeah,
what do you
he's
guys
just like,
think?
it just looks like where Fight Club was
he
filmed.
just
Yeah.
brings in comedians to be like, what do you guys think of my Fight Club right now? What do you guys think of it?
Yeah, we'll charge him like $75, and when we get their ass kicked, we'll throw them out in the back alley, and whatever.
Whatever happens.
Whatever.
And Puddin' was like, "Dude, that's super illegal." And he's like, "Not the first time you get caught. I mean, you just tell him you don't know any better." And
So he just had a clause in his thing, like, hey, we're gonna get busted once, but we feign ignorance and we keep going. That's just in the business proposal for future investors.
Why you don't talk about Fight Club.
That's
Right.
exactly. So just to change the subject, Puddin' was like, "So do you believe in ghosts or something?" He's like, "Fuck yeah, I believe in ghosts. This place is totally haunted, but those ghosts aren't gonna fuck with me because I believe in Jesus." No, he didn't say I believe in Jesus. He said I ride with Jesus.
I ride with Jesus.
God, ride or die.
This is one of those things. Okay. What? Actually, wait. I'm gonna ask you after. I have so many questions. I'm gonna ask you after. Keep going.
Oh, okay. So we do the shows. It's 3 nights. We're supposed to get like $1,500, which is why we went. The first show, I mean, the place seats like 200-300 people. First show is like 20 people. And I mean, it just the first show was the best show. Mm-hmm. It just went downhill from there, like 15, 10 people at the next couple of ones. And bar fights in the middle of the show.
Dude.
I don't know if you've ever told jokes to somebody who was just punched in the face. No sense of humor, apparently.
Not into it anymore.
Lighten up.
So we get to the end of the weekend, and he's like, "Yeah, I just can't pay you."
What the?
We're like, we
at
drove
all?
from Seattle. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't make any money I only made like $1,000 for the whole bar." I'm like, of course you did. You only sold $1 beers. You sold 1,000 beers this week for $1 each.
So he just
Of course
didn't
he
know how to
didn't
do
get in
math.
fights.
Yeah, he was just bad at, everything. And
This is the same Fight Club guy.
yeah,
Okay.
no, this is all
This is all one guy.
a giant,
Got it.
hilarious disaster
What if
now.
he was like, it's $1,000, but I have to save that for the purse for the first 5.
Yes.
So I got,
So we're trying to get the hell out of there, like you do when you visit Missouri for any reason. Which is, it's a weird state because if you live there, they pronounce it Missouri.
oh, yeah.
And if you're just visiting, you pronounce it misery. So that's. So we're leaving, and we're on the highway. We get to like Iowa, and we come around the curve in the highway, and there's a funnel cloud
No.
just 100 feet above the freeway, just twisting, just slowly.
Holy shit.
It's dead silent. It just looks like the hand of death is just coming out of the sky, and we have to pass like right under this thing, and people are pulling over, and like it had just cleared the highway when we were passing it, and I got the Prius, and it has like the how many miles to a gallon you're getting.
Yeah.
And we were getting like 60 or something like that, and we could just watch that bar just slowly get sucked down because the wind was so bad it was actually pulling us off the freeway.
Oh, like resistance-wise
Yeah,
and everything?
and so it was causing the engine. So like we passed it at like 5 miles a gallon.
Whoa.
What?
It was bad. And then we got away from it, and we come around. We were like, oh, thank God, that's all that stupid nonsense. And we get over this hill. We crest the hill, and the entire horizon is just a pitch black cloud.
Oh, my God.
And the freeway is just going to the center of it. And we're like, okay, we'll see what happens.
If I was
see
you
what happens.
and I wasn't like actively shitting my pants, I would just try to quote Twister as much as possible. The person I was riding
We
with.
should probably pull over and tie ourselves to a pipe with this belt.
Yeah.
All I would- Hold me, Helen Hunt.
Hold me, Helen.
So, the rain starts, and it's just, if you could imagine all of the rain in Seattle happening in a 20-minute period. It's so bad we can't even drive. The water is just like above the tire. So we had to pull over under an underpass and just wait, for however long.
Yeah.
It gets to be like a half hour, and I'm just like, well, it looks like it kind of cleared up, and we just like kind of go for it, and it's terrible for maybe 2 or 3 hours.
Jesus.
And we get to Minnesota, and it's a constant electrical storm. Like 30 bolts of lightning at once.
What?
Shit's crazy.
All
over there.
around us. And we get to North Dakota, and we're driving into 30 or 40 mile an hour winds.
It's like you just...
It's like, oh, good, the weather's changing.
It's like
into something shitty.
We drove... It's like we picked the day to drive where the country just wanted to kill us. Like
Yeah.
everything around us.
And we get to Bismarck, where we're supposed to be doing a theater that's like 200 or 300 seats. And Puddin's from Bismarck, and so he's got a whole bunch of people who are going to come out. But it was weird because we stopped by there just to check out, make sure everything was in order before we left for Missouri, and they had like a new owner, and they didn't tell us. And she was like 26 and from not here, like had this weird Eastern European accent.
What?
And we were like, all right, well, if the show's still on, I guess it's not a big deal. We get back, and his cousin who had been driving us around was like, yeah, Russian mafia.
What?
They
Big
decided
Russian
to
mafia
own a
in
theater
Bismarck.
in Bismarck?
They what they do is they buy the building, and then the business pays rent to them.
Oh.
And then they launder money through the building's rent or something along those lines. But anyway, they had purchased the theater, and they wanted us to pay them $500 to do our show on a door deal. We were hoping to make $800.
Yeah.
We were hoping like 80 people would show up. But there's always the chance that like 40 people show up, and now we
Yeah.
owe the Russian mafia $100.
Yeah.
Perform in North Dakota.
And we were like, you know what? Tacoma is only 20 more hours of driving.
And
Let's
it's
just go
so
home.
worth it. Yeah.
Let's do that.
And that was
Oh,
like the
man.
last straw. That was like, this is ridiculous. Like, why am I doing
can't-
this?
I mean, we hit that. We had already not gotten paid $1,500.
Yeah.
I
That guy promised you $1,500?
Yeah, and he gave us $400 at the end of it.
Racist dude? Not
Yeah.
Russian dude.
And
Racist Fight Club.
Racist Fight Club.
yeah, racist Fight Club.
Racist Brad Pitt.
He actually did look like a racist Brad Pitt. So at that point, we were just like, we would have had to have waited a week to do one show that was a door deal with the Russian mafia. We were like, no, we're going home.
Yeah.
And it was good because I got back way earlier than I thought I would, and I just went to my grandma's house, and like the day after I got back, she like fell,
Oh.
and I was the only one there, and so I helped her, get up and stuff, and she like bashed her nose or whatever, and
Oh man.
needed to see a doctor and stuff. And she never would have called my aunt to get help or anything.
Yeah.
She was like, "I'm fine," and I'm like, "There's blood pouring out of your
Yeah.
face, and you're not." No.
So do you thank the Russian mob for that?
Thank you, Russian mob.
Oh my goodness! But yeah, that took a couple of months to recover from.
I bet.
I bet.
Fuck.
Dude,
Do all that.
that's
and
like
get
a
paid?
movie's. That's
Yeah.
like a movie's worth of it's like a road trip movie.
Oh yeah.
Except instead of it being fun, like the movie Road Trip, and like Tom Green almost ate a mouse, it's like we're gonna get killed in this
Tom
racist
Green
Fight Club
almost-
basement.
Yeah, no, it's
And it's fucking storming
Yeah.
all the time.
I can't believe the weather though. So how long do you think? Like how many hours total were you in that kind of driving weather?
8 hours.
Because I drove across the country one time to go to Tampa, take my friend to Tampa. Like I took him there. Yeah, I rode with him, so he didn't drive alone. And but I went through Nebraska, and that's when we hit a storm, and it was pretty bad. But it was only for like 45 minutes, and I'm
Yeah.
guessing if it's anything like you're describing, it would be like 10 times worse for 8 hours. Because I was
That's
like
so long.
freaking
Fuck.
out about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
It's
imagine.
just
Were you
stressful.
driving or was Puddin driving?
We were switching back and forth, but I mean,
That's
it's
what I
like, I mean, people say it rains in Seattle, and it really doesn't. It really just mists. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
not
get-
a constant, but it's never like
yeah,
a damn pour.
and when you go out to the East Coast, I mean, it pours, and but it's only for like a half hour, or 40 minutes, or something like that. And this was just, I mean,
You must have been just following the storm like perfectly on.
well, I mean, I think we just hit multiple different
was just
weather
following
fronts. I mean, because
you.
we were traveling. I mean, it's 10 hours from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, to Minneapolis. We spent the night there with a comic that I had spent the night with maybe a week or two before when I went to Fargo. I just visited the Twin Cities because I had never been there before, and I got a couple of sets in, and then it was another 6 hours to Bismarck, and then from Bismarck it's like another 20 hours home.
Dude.
So it's like a 36-hour round trip drive. Yeah, it's just.
I'm
a
just
lot.
like, that
you
just seems...
kept doing stand up anyways. Wow.
I would have been like, fuck. I guess, but was it kind of on your way back? Is it, well, you went north and then you went east, so no.
Yeah, because I hooked it up because I had to go to Fargo anyway, and I'm like, well, I don't want to just go to Fargo and then come all the way back here. Like, that would be silly. I'm already out there. It's only another 10 or 12 hours to Missouri. If there's
Yeah.
money there, I might as well go.
But what's funny is you had a completely different experience. When I went through Missouri, I stayed in St. Louis or I drove through one day, and that's where I had the best barbecue of my entire life. So I'm surprised. It's called Pappy's Smokehouse. I pulled this up because I'm like, that's the place in Missouri.
That's what you've been doing.
I pulled it up. real
Selling
quick.
this crazy story about a
And I'm
traumatic
like,
time, and
you're
it's
making me
you're
think
like,
of
oh,
barbecue.
barbecue. Let me
I'm in the
pull it
barbecue
up.
days right now. That's all I can think of. No, it was really good. But that's so weird to me. I love how people do that. They're like, I'm going to become a producer and produce comedy shows, and I'm going to make tons of money. And then they're like, I'm going to sell beer for $1.
Yeah.
Well, and so it's like, oh, you have to like get people to come here. Like, why
Yeah,
didn't
no,
you
it
come?
was we gave him all the posters, and he was going to do radio stuff, and there was going to be like a banner, and then we realized like after we got there that he had done none of those things until the day we got there, and we
Oh
were
my
like,
gosh.
really? And then he had Puddin stand out in the sun trying to get people to come to the show, and he's old, so
He's old. He can't handle it.
yeah,
Stand out
it was
there.
hot. It was really hot.
So this was like dead summer then.
Oh yeah, it was mid-May. So it was
That's
still,
like
I mean,
storming around time
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
like heat and shit.
spring and stuff like that.
Ugh.
So
Dude. That might be like the best bad road story I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I've actually heard worse, but
Did you get
we'll
an
talk after
STD?
no.
Oh, that's
The only way it could get worse is if you were being
Positive
like
things.
the whole time like Blues Brothers style chased by neo-Nazis.
They're like, we can't stop in this storm because they're right behind
Because
us.
they're chasing
Right.
us.
We have to keep going.
We got to take these Seattle comedians out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I'll tell you a story from J. Chris Newberg that I heard, but later.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
was
fine.
like, yeah.
But you just got called out, Newberg. I don't know who that is, but he seems nice.
He's very funny.
Seems nice.
Yeah.
So you, did you ever live in LA or did you ever spend time?
I did the Kyle Cease boot camp down
You did?
there in like,
Oh, so
2009.
that's where you started comedy?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a
no,
lot.
I started in 2007 at just like a coffee shop, and I had done that for maybe a year or two, and then my buddy had gone to one of his events before it was called the boot camp, and then I was all jealous because I was a big fan of Kyle Cease at the time. And well, I mean, it's not that's not anything about the camp or anything like that. But I mean, the taste in comedy has just changed over time. Like when I first started comedy, I loved Lewis Black, and now I'm like, he's still what
he's changed.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, everything.
Yeah, but that's interesting because there's a lot of people that have like started or have gone to that boot camp. Like so many people that were affected by that. I didn't even realize like there's like 10 people around here that started. Like that did that.
Yeah,
I know. I was actually talking to somebody about it the other day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was actually
expensive.
You had a good experience?
Oh yeah, no, it's. I mean, there were a lot of complaints about it. That hey, if you want this advice from these headliners, you should just ask them after a show or whatever.
Yeah,
which makes sense if you're in Seattle or L.A. or another big scene. But I was from the middle of nowhere, New York. I mean, I ran the only open mic in my town.
Wow,
and
but
the local club only had like people who have been doing road comedy for like 30 or 40 years.
What's the local club in Rochester called?
The Comedy Club.
We are the comedy club.
It used to be the Comics Cafe, but they, I think,
stopped
maybe
serving coffee.
No, a month into me doing stand-up, a local headliner died in the club doing cocaine.
Holy shit!
And then like 6 months later, they were out of business.
Nigel, you are just dropping these things like it's no big thing right now.
Well,
You gotta go to that club.
I feel like you're the kind of guy who's lived a lot of life,
That's
Nigel.
crazy. In the club?
Yeah,
You've gone on
inside
the road.
Damn.
I don't know if it was with the club owner or the person who owned the building, but he definitely died on location.
Doing what he loved.
Yes. So yeah, I did the boot camp because like, even if there was a younger comic coming through the local club, you'd have to buy their CD for $10 and they'd be like, all right, write as much as you can and get up as often as possible. I'm like, well, duh. Like I needed,
no shit.
I need like,
that's all.
right.
Right.
And so to go to this thing and have all these, Steve Burns and Alonzo Bowden and Eliza Schlesinger.
Dude, all those people are so good.
And Brian Callen and Louis Anderson and John Lovitz and Biff from Back to the Future. And
he is astoundingly funny and
he
like
is.
super clean.
Oh yeah,
which is so. I mean, it's one of those things that's like it's not like he's funny because he's clean. I just respect that because I know how hard it is.
Right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I also got punched in the face by a pregnant woman.
In the boot camp?
Yeah, she was my friend. We had an argument.
Actually, I think I've heard this story.
Yeah,
But
it's a long one.
you want to tell it?
Short version
I
of
mean.
it?
We might have to record that on the side because
that's fine. That's fine. We can do it. Needless to say, the ending is you got punched in the face by a pregnant woman.
I most certainly did. Right in front of Louis Anderson.
Some kind of resume, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's
Did Louis Anderson make some snide weird remark afterward? Like,
how was the reaction
Yeah.
of that? Like,
can you give me your best Louis Anderson voice thing?
I can't even do that. I don't even remember what Louis Anderson sounds like.
I don't either.
That's weird because I've met him and he has a very famous way of speaking.
right?
Yeah.
Like a very memorable, like people would be like, I think it's his laugh and people are like, oh, that's the Louis Anderson laugh. But I also think that's like a comedian thing that we have very bizarre laughs.
Yeah.
And that's why we're on
you
the
have a
other
loud
end.
laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
do.
have a loud laugh.
Yeah.
I get complaints about it on Twitter sometimes. Monica has a quiet like laugh. Like you make a face laugh.
If I laugh really hard, I don't make any noise, which is weird. I feel like
Yeah, it's like a
one of
silent
those.
movie.
One of those.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
how I know
weirder
I
on
got
the
Monica
podcast
good.
because people are like, she's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just sitting there scowling. But that's her laughing face.
Or she's screaming in space.
I've started to snort recently. Like I've never did
Pick
that
that up?
before, and then it scares me when it happens on stage.
You get startled.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Have you made someone snort on stage? That's fun.
when
you
in the
make,
audience,
you make
mean?
an audience member
oh, hell
snort?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good time.
You gotta get like a tab going or something.
Yeah, that's a real fun
Some
time.
check marks.
Makes me feel good.
Boom, gotcha.
Are you guys ready to talk about the positive spin topic of the day?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
'Cause
You
this is
made
the
it
reason-
sound.
So I saw
Why are you-
something recently that you actually gave me the idea for this positive spin topic. Did
Oh.
you know that? and I'm just going to read a little something, and just let me know if it sounds familiar, okay? Okay. After years of making fun of idiot dudes who send unsolicited dick pics to people, I managed to share a quasi-dick pic on my Snapchat storyline. So, to all my friends. And besides being a dummy for posting it, I'm also too stupid to know how to take it down. Is it possible to take it down? Or is my shame just going to hang out on Snapchat for the next 24 hours?
He started mouthing it.
Point and laugh. The positive spin topic today is dick pics and Snapchat in general. And I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, Nigel. Corey Michaelis, old guest of the podcast, helped you take it down.
He did.
A dick pic connoisseur.
I mean, he has done that before.
Yeah.
He or just deleted something stupid that wasn't his dick.
That's probably his dick.
Turns out there's just a X on the corner that you can just... It's actually very simple.
Right, just tap it with your dick if you wanted to. That's great.
Dude, I love how you're like, there's just a little X on the corner. It's just one of those things.
It's like a pop-up.
You just have to put the mouse thing over the image and then it pops up, but it doesn't appear unless you do that first.
So were you just sending it to a certain special someone in your life and then you accidentally sent it to everybody?
Yeah. I was sending it to my now girlfriend.
Oh.
And then I didn't like it and I tried to back out or something like that, and then I saw that I had a story image up and I was like, that's weird. I didn't do any of those.
Tell me a story.
And then I opened it and I was like, ah, shit, that's
that's my dick.
no, that's well, it wasn't like it was
tasteful. Was it a tasteful nude?
Well, it was still in my pants. It was just like crotch bulge.
Oh,
because she had texted me and I got really excited and I was like, well, she needs to see this.
But so does everybody else.
Back. You just had to put it on Snapchat. She needs to see this for approximately 10 seconds.
Well, yeah, I feel like that makes it slightly more tasteful and that it's not just there forever.
It's like a tease type of thing.
Yeah.
Like so if you're dating someone, do you send them like dick pics and naked pictures while you're dating? Is that something people do?
I think so.
I don't know why you're looking at me like I know.
I'm asking for opinions from people
I think it
that
depends on how much sex you're
life.
still having.
I think it's going to depend on how often you see each other. I've always thought that naked pictures were like when you're distance kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I'm thinking of you. Courting. I also need help right now, and I don't really feel like pulling up porn. So if you could... Dude. I know you're at work right now, but if you could slip into the bathroom and
just hop in a 15-minute break there.
Speaking of pornography, I watched that Hot Girls Wanted documentary, and it makes you feel bad for being on the internet ever. It makes you feel really bad. But
what was it?
It's called Hot Girls Wanted. It's about amateur.
This
is kind of related because they're trying to emulate that in this pornography. Like they want it to be like these girls are amateurs and they don't really do this at all, which is true. They don't.
Yeah.
But they're just it's super predatory. Like girls are in it and out in like 2 months. But I'm just like after watching that, I just
feel good movie.
It's a total feel good movie. It's the feel good movie of the year, if you will. And
Hot Girls Want It.
Hot Girls Want It. But I just like I don't know. I don't know much about dick pics. I've never sent a dick pic.
Yeah, I was never that.
So that was your first one?
Well, I mean, I had sent some people some by request. You know,
just like
there was never an unsolicited.
Bobby's
dick pic.
Like, hey, dude, it's been a while. Can I get a dick pic?
Yeah,
it's a deep callback.
Hey, dude.
Fight Club guy after the shows.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, man, I ain't gay, but can I get a dick pic?
Did you guys make it back to Tacoma? What's your dick look like?
In Missouri, it's cordial to send a dick pic after a show.
It says, bless your heart underneath.
Bless your heart. It's tattooed on my balls.
Bless your heart on.
Bless your heart on?
Yes, that is what I said.
And Monica wins today. Oh my gosh.
No, I don't. See, I've never requested a dick pic.
They just get sent to you?
Well, I've had a couple and it's never anybody I'm dating. They just decide well, she should probably see this before she decides I'm a fucking psycho.
Oh.
I get them on Facebook Message.
Fun.
You can send them.
People send dick pics on Facebook
people I don't even
messages?
know will message me pictures of their dick.
I thought that was only for comedy bookings and fun sticker packs. That's not what it's for.
Are there any sticker dicks?
Sticker dicks? No. They just came out with a new sticker.
No, you're like, no, I've been looking.
No, I've been looking around for those. They did come out with one recently that's like sharks that are like glamorous and all glittery. That's fun.
Well, there's there's like the hand gestures, like you can do the pointing finger and then the okay sign, and that kind of.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See what you did,
dude? Are you doing a whole new level of sexting where it's not even with words or pictures? It's just the emojis.
Like,
it's just the emoji hands.
It's like Sting tantric sex, but it's like the whole new level. Like I can make a girl come with just emojis.
You should write
Nigel,
a book.
You dog you.
It's good. Yeah. He's got a blog about emoji sexting. Anyways,
I don't know. Do you guys look at it as a good thing though? Probably not if you just get sent to you up for out of nowhere. That's creepy.
That's weird. But I think if you're in a relationship,
keeps things spicy.
Could be. Well, I don't know if I've had a relationship where there hasn't been some type of distance, or travel. So that I could see where that might help. I don't know.
I'm gonna be gone for the weekend. Can you just send me like 80 naked photos or something? The whole video.
I think I'm gonna show all my friends.
It's a little
send me
weird because like she's a bartender, and so when I go visit her at work, she really can't pay attention to me at all, and so sometimes she'll send me like a boob pic from the bathroom. In like the middle of her shift.
You have such a sweet lady you're dating.
And then I'll go into the bathroom and
that's adorable.
Send 5 pictures of like me unbuttoning my pants or something. I don't know. I don't know what.
Make a Vine.
Make a Vine. Well, maybe I should start like a Snapchat account that's just dick pics that random guys send to me, and then I will just Snapchat them to everyone.
Dude, I had an idea where if I ever get sent a sext, guy or girl, I don't care.
Well, you got that one on accident, the pinata lady.
Yeah, well, I think that was spam.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but she was like, "Como están?" and it was like her in this really scantily clad bikini thing. But I was like, I don't speak Spanish. What does that mean? No, I'm just. But I found a photo online of a black man in the nude playing chess.
Oh, yeah.
And Aaron Kirby sent it to me. But he's just like super flaccid. Like he's just naked. Like just like not sexual. He's just like, it's really hot in here and I want to play chess, so all my clothes are off. Like it looks
naked day.
And I'm like, I will send that to whoever sends me a sex. No. It's gonna get sent to them.
Naked Chess Tuesdays. You guys want to do that?
You guys want to do that? Chess Club, erotic addiction. Edition. Oh, I can't
addiction.
speak.
Erotic
addiction. Well, I had a question for you guys, and I completely just spaced on it regarding this. Because it's not... Oh, fuck, what was I going to say? I had a really good question to ask you both, and it's gone now. Do you guys think of anything else about dick pics? I don't know if they're positive.
I think one of the times that I have sent somebody a dick pic was
like
actually...
a naked dick?
Yeah, was the girl that punched me in the face. The pregnant girl that punched me in the face.
After she punched you in the face?
I mean, separate incidents by at least a year.
But still after she punched you in the face?
Yes.
Okay. Was it your baby?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know what's a really funny idea for a dick pic? If you had a white sheet and you put it over your dick and then you draw 2 black eyes on it like it's a ghost. That's kind of funny, right?
That dick is racist.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Taking it that way too. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking like childhood ghost costume. It would
be kind of pointy if it was racist, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways,
well, it just depends on the shape of your dick.
This is the thing. Actually, you know what? This is what. I just remembered what it was. The shape of your dick really got it to me.
Really brought it up.
Really brought it home, Nigel. Aaron Kirby, former guest of the podcast. This happened to him. They talked about this. He got pranked. Where a certain Seattle comedian, Billy Anderson, a certain Seattle chameleon, Billy Anderson, when he was changing colors on a tree, he made a fake Tinder profile named Aaron Erin Kirby, and he put all of his contact info and his phone number and everything, and saying, I'm in Seattle for a really short amount of time, and I need to New York, and I need you to send me all your dick pics, fellas, or whatever. And Aaron got bombarded with dick pics, like full on dick pics, and I'm like, is that how women are treated on Tinder? Like, is that how it is?
If you ask for them, of course they're gonna.
I feel like there's a lot of unsolicited people because they're like, well, I have no other redeeming qualities, so I better lead with
awesome dick.
I mean, that's what I get is just random. Like people I don't know that have said hey, what's up? And then there's just a dick. Like that's it. And that's without saying, like, send
Is
me
that
your
just like?
dicks.
It just feels like
Send me your dicks.
feels like fishing. Like
Yeah.
you're just like, I'm throw a line in there and hope for the best.
I mean, it really shows the
numbers
difference
game.
I
between
never know
men
what
and
your
women.
plan is, you know,
like this idea that like, oh, if she just sees it, then she'll want some, and that's not how that works at all.
Yeah.
It's not like a girl in a scantily clad something where you're like, oh, I want some of that.
I think that's even better. Like if a girl sent me a picture that was like not nude but like scantily clad.
Oh, yeah.
Like I just want to feel like someone cares about me.
mystery. little mystery.
A little
Yeah.
mystery to it.
I think, trying to be positive here, there is, at least you know what you're working with. Like if you haven't already slept with the person and they just send you a dick pic, you're like, oh, good
Now I
thing
know
I
what it's
didn't
like.
even try. You know,
Yes.
like it's not worth it.
Usually, if you're so insecure, you have to show somebody first. It's probably not going to work out.
No, yeah.
It's more like, it's not like, hey, look at this. It's like,
This is the interesting thing about Snapchat is for a while, when it was the old Frontier, the new beginnings of Snapchat, you couldn't. You could screenshot it, but it wouldn't tell you. Now it tells you if someone screenshots
Right.
it.
Oh, yeah.
And like that's what I was going to ask you is if you noticed any screenshots on your storyline.
No,
of your bulge.
there are only 3 people saw it. A girl from Tacoma, who hilarious story behind how I know her.
Dick
Adam and
Sent you a dick pic.
Adam and Corey saw it together, and then they were like, "That's the worst dick pic I've ever seen." And I'm like, "Well, it wasn't meant for
They critiqued
anybody but
you?
her."
Yeah, I don't need your fucking.
And then some other girl who I don't even know how I know her, and so I felt like sending her an apology, and then I didn't. But anyway,
And then I did it. I'm not
but
sorry.
the girl from Tacoma, this is one of the wildest heckling stories that's ever happened to me. I was at Grit City, and I'm in the middle of my set, and in the middle of the room is just this drunk, early 20s woman. I was going to say lady, and that's inaccurate. And she's shithoused, and she has a pirate hat on that says Captain Amber, and she's just yelling, "Do rape jokes.
Oh my
Do
god.
rape jokes. They're the funniest jokes." And yeah, exactly. Yikes.
I would not get on her boat. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's. I mean, what do you even say to that? You're like, they're not rape jokes if you want to hear them.
Did you say that to her?
I did.
That's
That's good.
amazing.
That's a
And then we
one.
became the best of Facebook friends.
Just all your posts.
Dude,
She's like, this
this-
is kind of rapey.
This
Cool.
segment totally ended positively. And then you send her a dick pic. Accidental, but you're still buddies. That's nice. Dude, we were already hitting the point where we need to take the quiz right now.
I sent you a different one.
Oh,
I
shit,
don't
there's
know
a
if
You
quiz?
sent me a different one?
Yeah,
you
I
sent
don't
it
know
on
if
Facebook?
You wanted that one, or you never sent me the other one.
Oh, I didn't?
Organizations do.
I know. Our organization's down really bad. Nigel, well, we're... okay, well, actually, the reason that I brought this up is recently someone who will not be named put a naked picture of themselves on their storyline. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
And I was like, did they mean to do this? Like, that was the thing I was wondering. And it was there, but it stayed for the full 24 hours, which
Yeah.
that means it's meant to be. Some people, I guess, are just different about nudity than other people, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I guess I
I
don't.
get
Can you
scared
be
about it.
naked on Snapchat? Is that a norm? Is that
I
okay?
don't know. I'm
It's like on everything else you can get, like,
assuming
report it or
that
whatever, right?
you can because they have to click on it. Like, it's not just sending it unsolicited to everybody.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
like
this
you
is
have
so
to.
much better,
Oh, you
Monica.
have to see it. You okay?
Okay. So
Well, hopefully it's good. But
we found we always take a stupid internet like BuzzFeed quiz at the end of the show,
Mhm.
just because they're fun and they're dumb, and it's like a good way to end it lighthearted.
You did.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot of dicks this episode. So the quiz we're taking together, actually, because I haven't taken this one yet, is which celebrity dick do you deserve?
So I just suppose I would.
What do you deserve?
Well, the subtitle of it is "Get the dick you've always wanted to have." So this would now be your penis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you're
But
gonna
for me, I
get
would
someone's
get you
penis.
just
I mean, do you like your
constantly
penis
get
now?
pictures of
I mean,
it.
I do.
Then you might not want to take the penis you get, but we'll see. We'll see. Is that okay?
Okay.
Maybe
We'll
it's
find
like a
out.
deal or no deal type of thing at the end.
So
Okay.
you got to pick a dick-shaped food first: banana, a creamsicle, a corn dog, or a Twinkie.
I'm gonna go with corn dog.
Corn dog. Good call. I'm gonna go with the classic orange creamsicle. Big fan of that.
Oh God, I'm gonna go with the banana.
Which is the best phrase question I've ever heard. Which dick power do you wish to have? Lifting.
I really like the fucking guy.
Oh yeah,
This is already not what I was expecting. I thought you were just going to ask me whose dick do I want.
No, this is like we gotta
Hollywood.
find
I would
out.
have been like,
We're gonna
Rick
find out
Moranis.
which. I want to know what it looks like so bad now. What does Rick Moranis' dick look like?
All right, which dick power do you wish you have? Lifting heavy objects, shooting
guess that.
death rays, working as a natural accomplice, or filing your taxes?
I wanted to go with taxes because I still have to do those.
You want to do
Christ.
taxes?
It's been like 3 months.
Wow.
I kind of need my dick to do my taxes.
I'm
doing everything
gonna pick
else.
shooting death rays because that's awesome.
And then you would kill the ladies, wouldn't you? It doesn't matter. You take it. You take it.
What did you choose?
I want to do taxes also. I want
Okay.
to find a dick that can do my taxes.
What's your
Send
dick?
me a dick pic of one that can do my taxes.
Some dude
please.
sends you a picture of his dick and it's wearing a little visor and it has a
It's
pen
just
and
his
it's in
dick.
front of a bunch of
It's
paperwork.
just his dick on his taxes. Like that's it.
All right, pick a dick nickname: the Lone Ranger, Steel Cannon, Whiplash, or Cuddles.
Penis slipper. This is such a ridiculous.
This is one of the dumbest quizzes we've ever done, and I'm so happy you're a part of it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say the cuddler.
The Cuddles.
Good cuddles.
I'm gonna go with the Lone Ranger.
I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Whiplash just sounds like it would hurt.
Yeah, steel cannon kind of sounds like it would hurt,
Yeah.
but it's aggressive and I
It's-
like it.
It sounds like something you would do if you're really into mushroom tattoos on the old face there.
The old face.
Or is it the mushroom stamp?
Mushroom
That-
tattoos.
Mushroom stamp.
When I do it, I fucking
Hey,
mean it. Okay,
right.
it's
Yeah,
a
it
tattoo.
lasts forever.
This dick's forever. What will people say about your dick? Jeez Louise! Whoa! I do say that is a big one, or no words left. Speechless.
Speechless.
Speechless? They just look
I
at
think
it
those
like,
are all. I can't even tell.
I'm going to say
like,
Jeez Louise
these are
because
good
I
or bad.
think it's really funny when someone says Jeez Louise.
I don't know. What would someone say about my dick? They'd be like, "Well, that's not."
Is that what
Didn't
they say?
expect
Well?
that, so I'll go with that one.
All right, how will you dress your dick? In American Eagle bend like $100 bill boxers, American flag briefs, kitty cat boxers, or lip like black with like lip mark whitey tighties. What do you think?
I want the kitten cats.
The kitten
Kid cats.
I'm gonna go with the America briefs.
I'm going with the lips. I always thought I would wear smaller underwear if I was a boy.
Pick a dick accessory: tiny sunglasses, mini bowler hat, teeny tie, or a micro flip phone.
He's got a lot of work to do. The flip phone.
The flip phone, he's got to do your
I
taxes.
have
He's got to get some
so
calls
many
made.
more questions about who wrote this fucking
I'm going
quiz.
to put a mini bowler hat because it's so ridiculous.
Oh, are you also going to get
With
the
tiny
eyelash?
sunglasses.
He's going to call people droogs. He's going to be like, do you want some of my milk?
Oh, my God.
I got tiny
How did you know the direction
sunglasses.
I was going? Which Oscar will
Did he
take
pick?
will
Did
your
you pick?
dick? Yeah, he picked the you picked the mini the flip phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta make
Okay,
those long
sorry,
distance
sorry,
calls.
I didn't.
Which Oscar will your dick take home? Best director, best actor in a supporting role, best special effects, or best picture?
Oh, best special effects.
Best special effects. I'm gonna go with best actor in a supporting role.
That's the one
really
I feel
funny.
like I have to go for.
How will your dick help the world? How will it help the world? By starring in many tender rom-coms? By reassuring people that, yes, perfect dicks do exist? By being the spokesdick of important dick organizations? By providing emotional support to those in need?
No, I'm
best
going to say
quiz I've ever
emotional support.
Okay, I'm gonna be a spokesdick of important dick
That
organizations.
was my second choice.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is exciting, Monica. What did you choose?
For the last one?
Yeah.
Or what did I get? The last one, it's going to be in a lot of rom-coms. I feel
lot of
that one-
rom-coms?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty famous. I got...
Okay, you want to go
ready?
first?
Should I go first?
Yeah, you should go first.
I got Paul Rudd's dick,
What does
which
this
I'm
chicken
okay
say?
with. It says, you need a dick that can crack a good joke and melt your heart. Paul Rudd's dick is the dick for you.
Aw.
All right, I got Idris Elba's dick.
Oh, no way! Oh, man.
Someone as brilliant and talented
That's
as
a good
you
one.
deserves a penis that can match up. So you clearly should possess Idris Elba's flawless fly.
Man.
Dude, if you had to guess a celebrity dick, who do you think you got?
Is Rick Moranis an option?
No, Rick Moranis is not an option.
Oh man, who's famous right now?
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who would it be?
That's a good question.
I'm whispering into the microphone really seductively about
Macklemore. I don't know.
You got John Hamm's dick.
Ooh,
Who?
that's a good one.
The guy from Mad Men.
John Hamm. Yeah.
You deserve a penis that, like you, is sleek as hell, but also has a great sense of humor. You
you go.
deserve John Hamm's full package.
That's
it.
surprisingly accurate.
I am so
Nigel,
happy we
sleek
took
as
this.
hell. That was a good one.
That was a really good
That
one.
might be.
Good
Everyone
find, Monica.
take
This is what I
this.
get for being honest.
Everyone take this dick.
Dude, everyone tell me what kind of dick you have.
Dick
But don't
you
send
deserve.
it to us. We don't want that.
No.
So usually this is the part of the podcast, actually, we're at the end right now,
Oh,
where
sure.
we do, it's been a buckets of fun. And
It has been.
about where we do charity.
Oh.
And, the charity we have is, Monica, would you like to talk about it? Would you like me to talk about it?
I don't
Or how-
even remember it. now
It's
that I-
malala.org.
I think it is. It's education for women in the third world, really. But
it's a girls' education charity.
she's
so-
like 17, and she was on the Daily Show the other day.
and she
I
was
watched it, and it
attacked
was-
by the Taliban and survived.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
And
she's like,
yeah,
she won a Nobel Peace Prize. She's only 17.
Yeah.
Like, she's a rock star. So I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
yeah. And Malala Day. Oh, it was yesterday, July 12th.
Whoa.
That was her 18th birthday.
How appropriate.
Yeah, so-
God, we're good at this.
It's really sad, but you can donate at malala.org. It's to help support education for women in third world countries, and I think it's I like child and education charities.
should
That's
watch-
the ones I lean towards.
There's a
most.
clip. It like actually went. So it was a clip of him on the day of the Charleston shootings where he kind of like says like, I don't even have any jokes. This is
Yeah, Malala's
ridiculous.
on there, yeah.
she was the guest, and she actually does a really good job of like kind of touching on those things. But then she's still really funny
Yeah.
for like being a young girl.
Dude, yeah. So that's the charity for the day.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Do you have a charity that you like to share? You don't have to have one. It's up to you. Whatever you want.
Lollipop Farm in
Lollipop?
Rochester. It's a humane society. Or you could just donate to your local humane society. But that one specifically is
Lollipop Farm Humane Society of Greater Rochester.
Yeah.
Just found it.
I
Dude,
like it.
that's a great charity.
That's
We love
great.
animal charities too. Let's get real. I love all charities. There hasn't been
Yeah.
a charity yet that I'm like, worst charity ever. What if someone had a charity like we had a guest on? I was like, gross.
I'm like, oh jeez.
Oh my gosh. Well, this
Yeah,
is-
the people were like, give to the bankers. They lost all that money on those houses.
Look, and now what are they going to
Poor
do?
bankers. They're only down to $1 billion.
well, thank you so much for being on the podcast, Nigel.
Oh, you guys are wonderful.
You're
Thanks so much
wonderful.
for
You're
having me.
great.
Wonderful.
You're great.
Aw.
You guys
You're great.
check Nigel out at his shows. Are you on Twitter and stuff?
You're
I
on
am
Twitter.
at
Yeah.
Nigel Larson.
There
Dude, you got
go.
your
For everything.
name. That's great. I don't
Yeah.
have mine. You guys are great.
It would be weird. I don't think there are other Nigel Larsons
Really?
anywhere.
Really?
You're so
That's
unique.
awesome. I think it's more important to actually be friends with them on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I think that's
No, there was
better
at
way to
least
go.
one lady who was like, "Damn it," because she got there too late. I had already taken it down.
Like, ha ha. Well, that's been our podcast, and now we're going to go trace some boobs on a TV screen.
Yeah. See you guys
Right.
later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.